Hello, guys. We are live. Hope you are all doing well and happy Friday to you. Today, we are playing Call of Duty Zombies again. We're doing the Fall Guys map. I am joined with my good friend Luke Berkfeld from Medieval Empires. I hope I can say it correctly. I nearly said Medieval then. Yeah, so he's BD at Medieval Empires and hosts a fantastic new era of gaming space. So if you are into gaming, make sure you are there every Thursday at what's the UTC time, Luke?
UTC is 11 a.m. UTC. I always get that wrong. Don't ask me for time zones. I'm so bad at this.
I am too. 11 a.m. UTC, 12 p.m. noon BST, and the rest of it you can figure out on Google yourselves. But make sure you come along anyway. But today we're going to be having some fun. We'll be talking about as well why we think Web3 is better than Web2, or at least what some of the benefits are, as well as trying our best to survive playing this map, which is a lot of fun, and it'll give you a different dimension of what Call of Duty Zombies can be capable of. If you guys have ever watched Takeshi's Castle, or you've watched Wipeout or anything like that, imagine that, and you've got to contend with zombies at the same time. So we're going to get into it. We're going to have some fun with it, but we're going to get into it. I'm just going to make sure that I've got everything set up here correctly before I unpause. Right, are you loaded in and pause, Luke? And I'll swap screens, and if you get stuck anywhere, I'll help you out too. Right, 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, so we're now playing welcome to the Ice Grenade Fall Guys tribute map. Okay, so you can see already we've got these spinning things that are coming around. We've also got to kill the zombies that are in front of us and make sure. Oh wow, that's some behind me there. And make sure you also don't get taken out by these beautiful looking Fall Guy characters. Very vibrant and bright, and oh my god, I am getting absolutely flung around there. But you jump. You'll figure it out. Jump is A for me. Yeah. You'll also see the mystery box. Okay. So you'll see the mystery box. I would suggest hitting that as soon as you possibly can to get better weapons, because as you're going through this map, it gets so difficult. So yeah, right now it's kill zombies that are very slow and not many of them. Jump over what's coming at you. You'll see the punch machine.
You don't need to jump over. You can just let it.
Well, yeah, you can. You can let it fling you around. So let's just show everybody what happens on that basis. It literally just flings you around. The issue that you've got is you might get, put in the way of the zombies that could attack and kill you. So I think I've got. I don't know what this is. Is this a sniper rifle? I'm going to assume that it is. But yeah, right. First thing that I want to ask you, Luke, is
already starting with questions. Let me first figure out the game before you start with your heavy questions where I need to do thinking. First, need to survive over here in the game.
This is true.
What do you think about the future of life and the answer to everything?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait a second. Let me
What's
figure
the number again?
42. Yeah, but. Like this time, I want to have how much do I pay for the Pack-a-Punch? 5,000.
Okay. 5,000. So what you want to do is wait a little while before you do that, and there are other levels that we're going to be going through as we play that have also got that Pack-a-Punch machine. So right now, your best bet is make sure that you've got at least 2 weapons that ideally are not handguns, and then you've at least got a couple of okay weapons as you progress through the rounds, and then you can upgrade those with that Pack-a-Punch machine. As you'll notice on my screen, I've got 3 weapons. I've got this one that's got a really cool camo, and then I have got the X-Eon. I've got no idea what this is. There's a load of custom weapons on this map, and it looks to me like a bit of an AR. And wow, this thing keeps taking me out. And also still my starting pistol. So I want to try and get, another weapon to replace that starting pistol as quickly as I can. Oh my God, this thing is just spinning me around everywhere. Okay. I need to lock in, as they say, and concentrate as well as talk and ask questions about the future of life.
Ask questions and do things while I survive over here like this.
Yeah, I will do my best. So, but one question for you, which I know you've been asked probably many times, so it shouldn't be a difficult one for you to think about. Out of everything that is in Web3,
ownership.
What? Okay, so ownership.
Wait a second.
Tell me a bit about what you mean by ownership, Luke. You can't it can't just be one word. Okay, so tell me a little bit about why ownership in gaming is so much better in Web3 than it is in Web2. And you can do it in your own time while you're trying to contend with all of these cute-looking Fall Guy zombies, while we try and survive on this platform.
Want to have a better weapon over here, so...
Jeez, that scared the heck out of me. I turned around, there was big red dinosaur Fall Guy thing in my face. Here we go.
Yeah, so perfect. I think I think everyone heard the story of Vitalik and his sword in World of Warcraft, and I had a similar feeling. Like, I played so many games over the last years that were in Web 2, and I'm dying right now. Wait a second.
I love it. I love the pressure.
And I think it's always a pain in the ass if you grind for a game and then in the end, like, you just stop playing. And I mean, I play games also for fun, so it's not that it's just like, oh, there's so many now. It's not just like, oh shit, I can't play and talk. It's too hard.
You're gonna be good. You're gonna be good.
The good thing is, like, if you play Web3 games, then at least if you are ready, you can sell the stuff. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of like telling everyone, hey, you don't like this game, sell all your stuff. But that's the thing, right? You grind for hours and hours, and in the end, you can at least have some value out of everything.
100%. Oh my God, I've just gone down. I got absolutely hammered there. I need to get these guys out of the way. No, I completely agree with you. It's something that I've also had major issues with the older I became. So the more and more I was thinking about how much time, how much money, how much effort I'd spent playing games, and then thought to myself, okay, now there's a new game. What value am I getting back here from what I was doing? You know, and that to me was really frustrating. So I think Web3 unlocks so much potential in that perspective. I think as well for me, oh my God.
Why is the same happening to me? I'm getting respawned and I die automatically.
Yeah, because the water that you're landing in is constantly rising. You've got to get to the top as quickly as you can, and also contend with the Fall Guy zombies and traverse across all of these like different things that are in front of you, and you've got to get to the very top. So I'm just fighting my way to the top at the moment. How much? 4,000 to open that? That is insane. Okay, looks like I'm going to be standing here picking off French fries and dinosaurs for a while to get enough points. But yeah, back to benefits of Web3. I think as well, there's something about the additional technology that has been added that adds so much value that people don't even realize for sort of true digital ownership, that capability of being able to trade digital assets in secondary marketplaces and with their friends. And it's something that I think is difficult to explain because there's so much that you can do, and there are so many different projects that are offering different benefits on different platforms that it's like this massive amount of educational content that people need to consume. And I just think that it's something very, very tricky to onboard people and get them to learn about. I mean, I'm still learning stuff myself, and I'm like 7.5 years in the making in crypto at the moment. It's just mad. But what would you say, Luke, are good ways to onboard players to make them aware of this stuff while you're trying to kill French fries too?
No, you need to switch to my screen and tell me what I'm doing wrong.
I'm gonna pause.
Like I'm sitting here since forever, just crawling, getting awake, and dying again. Like
that's a stage.
Is that the whole point of the game right now? Like
no, you need to go up. So you need to get up.
I can't. Whenever
you were alive then.
Yeah, for a second, and then I die again, and then
it puts keep me shooting. Keep shooting. Like shoot everything out of the way. Keep crawling upwards. What's happening? No, I'm with you. But what's happening is you've got this water that is rising constantly, right? And it's above your head right now. So you need to keep crawling. You will keep dying for a while, but you need to keep crawling.
But that doesn't work. I know that. That doesn't work. Look, how do I get past this if I'm crawling? It always pushes me down again.
Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean now. Okay.
Like, look at this.
What you're gonna need to do, right, is press start. End game.
Yeah.
Yes. Press L on your keyboard straight away. And it should reload you straight into the map. Press it again. I'm sure it's L.
Otherwise, I would just restart. But that's like I was sitting there. Like that's frustrating.
That's a shame. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm going to switch over while you're reloading in, and you're now able to think more about the Web3 side too. I'm going to showcase on my side. I did say this is a very challenging map. It is. I struggled with it. I tried it out yesterday, but I'm going to sit here and if you could explain for me how you think kind of like onboarding new players to make them aware of these cool technologies is kind of best done just in your own. Oh my God, I've just done exactly what you did.
Now you can
so guess what?
The game.
Yep, I'm gonna have to restart too. Fantastic.
I
see on mine, if I hit L, look, watch how quickly, bam, I'm already back in. So as soon as you hit end game, you hit L and you're back in. So gonna have to go through this bit again.
Yeah, I think onboarding is still so there are two different takes. I always hear people saying like how and we need to make seamless onboarding and everything. We have that already. I say that all the time. Like people telling me that they're not able to click Google login and download next finish, then they are in the wrong industry anyway, because that's legitimately or like 90% of the games that I recently played are, hey, create your account, download and play. And if you want at a certain stage, you can add your wallet or you get a custodial wallet, but you don't need to know anything about that playing the game. So everyone that tells you, this is so, and you need to do this and that, and no, that's not happening anymore unless you play a shitty game. Like for some games, you still need to do a lot of mambo jumbo stuff, but then the game is shit. Like it has nothing to do with Web3. So sorry if anyone feels offended, but like I think if you cannot have something where you just need a few clicks to get into the game, then you're doing something wrong. Because if I get stuck at a certain stage in your game, I just leave, and I most likely will never come back. And that's what everyone will do, unless they're a real big fan. And the only problem is that everyone focuses on Web3, and there's just a certain amount of players in Web3. Like at a certain stage, they all play games they like already. And I would consider checking outside. Like there's so much cool games that sorry. So much gamers and potential outside of Web3. Why don't just take take the opportunity and onboard those Web2 players. That's what we are going to do pretty soon as well, or we are already doing with the actor that we have, for example. So yeah, I think that's the goal that every game should have. Like not only get those Web3 players, but also focus on the Web2 players. I mean, in the beginning, it's good to test also if your functionalities work. That's what we did as well. That we focused on the Web3, but for mass adoption, yeah, you need to get those Web2 players in.
Yeah, completely agree. And you know what? There's nothing harsh about what you're saying. It's the solutions are out there. It's just working with the right people to have them implemented so that it is a smooth onboarding process. And you and I are testament every single week to showcase how much more difficult it is to get into a game in Web 2 than it is in Web 3. Web 3 is so easy to get through it. Look at the amount of headache that we've gone through with this and a lot of the other games where you've got to create an account, go through God knows how much onboarding and tests and practice.
And if you look at Forgotten Playland, for example, similar setting, you play together with others, that worked. Like it completely worked. 100%. So yeah, I think the games are there. Now we just need to bring the gamers.
100%. Yeah, I think this game again, it just shows you. We've tried this where I'm at my home, like I am today, where I'm at the office, and we've got a different internet provider. We've had NAT issues trying to connect so that we can be in the same lobby and play the same game. And this is Call of Duty we're talking about here. Okay, Treyarch. These are massive organizations, and they still can't manage to figure this out. It just blows my mind. But I know I can't just completely blame them, because internet service providers can also have a part to play, and port forwarding and God knows how many other things. But I just want something old school, like the cartridge consoles. Just plug and play. Just click it in and off you go. And okay, plug and play, not so much right now, but touch and play. That's it. It's like it should be a couple of clicks and you're off. You're in.
I always say next finish, and you need to be in the game. Otherwise, like if I need to download certain things and then do other stuff and connect here, bridge there, then I'm not. Of course, I'm not playing unless you tell me, and that's in Web3 often the case. Or you can get $50,000 or something like this. Then I'm considering it to go through the hassle. But
yeah, I get you. But it's weird, isn't it? Because money's a massive motivator, and it's surprising how much people are willing to do on products that aren't fitting the bill of what we need to get adoption where we want it to be in this space. Just for the trying to earn $10, $15. It just blows my mind. But, it works for those people. But I think for the growth of the Web3 gaming industry, or gaming industry with this additional fantastic tech, it's so important that we make it simple for people and that we keep the door open to onboard lots of people. I love what you guys do with Medieval Empires. You have, as you were explaining earlier, you can explain it. You explain it best. Explain about how you guys use, not the typical KOLs that are out there, but instead very well known, more so Web 2 related people.
We have an actor called Engin Altan Düzyatan, and he's a famous actor, and we will onboard all his fans to the game as well. That's why we decided to go with Immutable as well, and their wallet system, because then we have a custodial wallet. And I fall off again.
Oh no! What? Not on the second level?
Yeah, on the second level, and then I fall down, and now most likely I'm dead here. Wait, can I make it?
Just try your best to climb up as quick as you can. You might die again a couple of times, but you should be able to outrun it as long as you weren't too high up. I'm making sure that I get past it this time.
I don't think I will make it.
I hope you do. I hope you do. I believe in you, Luke. Now, let me get through here. Apologies if there's any background noise. Just
shit. Didn't make it. I will watch you a little.
Sorry.
Yeah, so we have the actor, and we want to onboard his fans of the show as well to the game. That's why we said custodial wallet or like single sign on basically. So you use your Google, which you are anyway used to. Like most of the people use like if it doesn't have a Google login, then I'm always like, then I need to remember passwords and stuff like this. So I prefer Google or Facebook login. I mean, still people use Facebook, but stuff like this, and then that's fine.
Makes sense. Have you seen the one that started to be used by a lot of exchanges more recently that works with like Apple iPhone, where it will just do your Face ID and that's classed as your authentication? I think that's a massive advancement that's even more simplified. Have you seen that?
Yeah, I mean,
that for me is a great way of doing it.
Face ID and everything. I mean, I think when you have Apple ID and Google ID, that also works over Face ID if you have it like this. But I saw also one or two things where you just could do the whole login with your face directly from start. I don't trust that yet that much. I'm still waiting for it to be a little bit more tested and everything. But I think at a certain stage that will be. Oh, you're dead.
Yeah, I'm dead because I can't afford to get through that, and it's already above my head. So basically, we can't even get past level 2 currently of this one. But what I'll do, have you still got the Mario one installed, or which original ones have you got installed out of interest? Because we're going to have to go to something else and try.
So I have Super Mario, Stronghold, Origins, Moon, Shangri-La, Ascension, Kino der Toten.
Let's do Kino. Let's try Kino. Okay. Yeah. We'll both go on Kino. We'll give that a go. I'm going to load that up now. That's an old school classic. And it's kind of set in a kind of dark, dingy building, and you've got to connect to teleporters.
It's in a theater in Germany, I have to say.
Okay.
This is there is a lot of German stuff in there.
I'm with you.
The game is probably made by the Germans.
It could well be. It could well be. Yeah, I noticed there are so many of the maps that were German related and German wording. But I just love this game. I'm a big fan. You know that. I am going to get you over to the dark side sooner or later. But we also need to make sure that we're testing out plenty of Web3 games and getting people to coming on board to these. So this one's Kino der Toten. It's a theatre in Germany. And we're going to, this is one of the originals that Treyarch designed. It's a pretty cool map. So we'll go into that. Here we go.
Shooting Nazi zombies. That's good.
Yeah, basically.
That's the way to go. Okay. It's so dark. I barely can see something here.
Oh, you might need to turn your brightness up a little bit because mine's quite good. Like the lighting. That's
you might turn your brightness up, my friend.
I'm just saying you might need to turn your brightness
you might
up.
Need to.
Well, I definitely don't need to. I'm sure people that are watching can see that mine looks pretty bright. You can see all of the lighting from the window coming through.
On the bright side.
Ah, very nice. That's as British. That is as British shit you can get, Luke. I'm telling you, singing that song. I love
Do
that.
we want to apply changes? Okay, now mine is also brighter.
Good.
What was the movie? Life of Brian, right? Yeah.
Yes, Life of Brian. Yeah, it's a classic. Definitely well known. But yeah, so okay, let me ask you another question based around of Web3 again and its benefits over Web2. What about actual gameplay and games themselves? Do you think that we are competing with what traditional games have got in terms of addictive game mechanics, quality of games, quality of graphics? Or do you think actually we've got some catching up to do in that area? I'd love to know your thoughts on that.
So I think we have really good games already, but I think we're lacking the quality. Like if you see, for example, Elden Ring or World of Warcraft and stuff like this, the content is not there yet that we have in Web3. But that's just a time constraint, right? Give it a little bit more time
100%.
because a lot of people worked on the basics on core loop and everything. The content, this is something that you cannot like just put out of nowhere. So it takes a little bit more time until we see really good games with good qualities. So I think it doesn't take that much longer. Like give it a year and we have or like 2 years until we are really competing. But the thing is, I play the shittiest games and have the most fun. Right? So I can play games. I don't think Among Us took 5 years to develop, right? But it was
exactly
just the new exciting thing. If I look at the quality of Call of Duty 3 here, I've played better Web3 games, I think, from the look and feel of it.
Agreed. So, I completely agree. I think
so I'm still wondering why we played this game instead of a cool Web3 game. Just kidding.
We will 100%. This for me, like I've told lots of people before, it's like I want to show people some of the games that are really popular in the Web2 world and talk about how we can make them better and talk about how Web3 can make these things better, but also showcase the great Web3 games that are out there, which you do all the time, Luke, and I come along to join you anyway. I think, you know, if you look at Fortnite, and when we went through a phase of playing Fortnite, we went through a phase of playing PUBG, we're now doing a phase of zombies. It's like, yeah, these games are fun, but how much cooler would they be if you could add that additional tech to them and NFTs to them, and the onboarding that you go through was so much simpler. You know, it's just to show that, as far as I'm concerned, this is inevitable. Web3 gaming, as we want to call it, which I think gaming in general is just the term that should be utilized. I think it's Web3 is just a buzzword. You know, Web4, Web 5.216. It's like gaming's gaming. But one thing I will say is I fully agree with you on the timeline side. I spoke about this in a space a couple of days ago where we were talking about how long it takes to create a quality AAA title on average. And it's about 7 years. 5 to 7 years. Exactly. So if you think about it, like Web3 was a buzzword that was dubbed by Gavin Wood from Polkadot, and he mentioned it then. That was back in 2014, right? Now, then over the next 3 years, people started testing different ways of building things and development. And the first ever Web3 game was born in 2017, which was CryptoKitties. Now, that, I mean, you can't call that a AAA game, obviously, but it, you know what? It kind of broke Ethereum, and it got a lot of attention. But if you take that into consideration, first ever Web3 game came out 2017, 5 to 7 years before you're looking at releasing a quality AAA title. Plus, you've got the technology of Web3 that needs to be implemented into it. We're only just starting to see really high level quality Web3 games. But then you've still got a lot more that has to be added and tested, and the community needs to give you feedback. And you've got beta testing and alpha testing, and you've got lore and storyline, and there's a lot that needs to be added from that perspective to have these big, epic, unbelievable games that people, know and love. But I think from a simplicity and addictive game mechanic perspective, we've actually got quite a lot that are already out that people love and keep coming back to. I always refer to, and you mention a lot too, Call of the Void. I think that they've got such a clever mobile game, and obviously I'm a big zombies fan anyway, and you can sit and play that one-handed, and it's easy to play. I still don't
see the zombies in that game. Like everyone, like
I know what you mean.
That's not zombies, but I
get they're not like and trying to eat your brains zombies, but you've got these things that are constantly chasing after you, and I think that it gives it that more undead feel to it. But it's also got like some of the bosses that I see in it gives me kind of like Illuvium vibes, but on mobile. Do you know what I mean? The actual characters themselves, some of the bosses.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like the game mechanic itself can determine if it's a good game or not. Like you don't need to have the most fancy mechanics and everything. As long as it's fun, then it's good. Like I play really, 100%. Really bad games on game nights with my friends. But doesn't matter. Like as long as I have fun and the game mechanic is cool.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
I'm totally down. Like I still play Mario Kart on my 64 or like a Nintendo game. They're still fun for me. So they don't need to have the fanciest things and everything. I think
definitely.
I'm lost over here.
How are you? In fact, I need to pause. I want to see how you're getting on. Let's have a look. Let's move to Luke.
I'm not sure where to go next. Like I have the feeling.
Okay. Yeah. So you're going down the stairs. Head down to the right. Yeah. Now there's a gun on the right-hand side where the wall is.
I took that. Yeah.
That's a good gun to have. Okay. If you can afford it. Yeah. Because you can always come back for ammo. And now if you continue past the mystery box to your right, see there, double doors. You need to go through those doors. There you go. Keep going straight, do a left. And then those double doors that will appear in front of you are where you need to go through next. Not that way, but you can explore. But the double doors that I showed you, that's a KN64. That's quite a good gun as well. So if you go back on your left here,
I think we have a 15-second delay on my gameplay. I'm dead already.
Oh really? Oh yeah, really? That's crazy. Oh yeah. Okay, now I can see it on screen. Yeah, there's a definite delay. Oh well, never mind. I'm gonna bring it back to mine and
somehow
continue.
Like my I think I had something. I'm not sure where it was wrong, but my walking was not working from time to time, so it just stood there. I couldn't move. So
got you. I've got an RPK, Man of War, and an MP40. So I've got some good guns already. Just open that door that you were at a moment ago. And around this corner, we have got power. And when you turn power on, we get this to come up. And that opens us up to the kind of like the auditorium or the cinema. And what we have to do is link this pad, which is the teleporter. Sorry, link the teleporter with the pad. And the pad is where we started, just here. So now I'm able to teleport. And when I do choose to teleport, it will take me to Pack-a-Punch so that I can upgrade my weapons.
Yeah, you need to put your weapon in there, then you wait, and then afterwards
that's
pick it up.
Yeah, that is very true. Never just leave it in there because it will disappear and waste you 5,000 points.
Yeah, I would have just known that earlier.
Yeah, I know. I wish I'd told you, but I was under a lot of pressure from zombies, so I apologize for not giving you that vital information that you needed.
Yeah.
As you know, it's not easy to play and talk and think on the top of your head at the same time. It's
I prefer also lighter and
games that are not
easier. No, also easier maps. Like
I see what you mean. Yeah,
the Super Mario map, that was nice. This one way too dark for me. Too much stuff happening. It's just too much.
Yeah, I get it.
Like I think I would have enjoyed the Fall Guys map.
Yeah,
but
you definitely would have.
The water thing that I think it's a speedrun kind
second
of thing
level
as well. So
yeah, you've got to be quick. But I think if you practice that one a couple of times, I mean, I died on that too. That gives you some outlook.
Yeah, you didn't get further than me, so I'm happy.
Exactly.
Like
yeah, exactly. So it's not the easiest of maps to play, but once you've got past that second level, it starts getting really fun. There's no like major issues with falling off or trying to outrun things. It's just fun games that you can play.
Yeah, I also I liked Fall Guys. And
yeah, the original.
I think that Forgotten Playland, if they have similar mechanics to certain maps, I think I will really enjoy Forgotten Playland. I mean, I already do.
I love that.
And like when we have a crew, like 10 people, like yesterday, for example, when we played Polygunners, I think that's really cool. Like we just put in together 10 people, play those mini game stuff things. I liked it.
Yeah, I like it too. And I really like that. Is it called Metascene? Is that what it is?
Metascene, yeah.
Yeah, that is an amazing game with a lot of potential, I believe. And it's right up my street. And I would happily play that on mobile as well. And I just like the fact that we can all be in the same game.
Can we play together with the same account? Like on desktop and mobile?
And mobile. Nice. That I hope that you can. I know that they've only got support on Android at the moment, but it's worth us asking the question because I would happily do that on mobile as well.
Let me ask them directly while we're here. I'm dead anyway.
Yeah, it makes sense. Because it's like yeehaw.
I go to Yeehaw to Andy and ask Yeehaw, hey, when will Metascene support iOS?
Yeah, I can't wait for that.
But I'm level 19 now. I played like half an hour.
You've been playing again. You have been playing again.
Half an hour.
You didn't even tell me.
In between, I didn't even stream it. I was just playing it because that's a good sign for the game if I'm playing it without doing content around it. I just wanted to get a little further to check, and I was like, I have 15 minutes before. I'm not sure what it was, or 20 minutes. And let me just check in real quick. So, and that means that they got me. Same Call of the Void. I'm in Iron League already.
No way. Love
and
that.
the good thing is, but don't tell anyone.
I promise I won't.
The higher in the leagues you get, the less you need to do in order to get more points. Because this is like I have 11 people that I'm competing against with because I'm so high up. And next week I will join the next league already. Not sure how many people will be there, but then I'm in Silver League.
I'm going to have to pull up my socks on that one because I actually do really enjoy that game and I'm pretty good at it as well. But I've just not played it in a while. But there's too many good games out there. If anyone tells me there are no good Web3 games out there, I will argue with you all day long. There are so many, genuinely. And I love that.
Still grinding Gas Heroes every day.
Oh, yeah, Gas Heroes. That was another one that I thought was good fun.
Yeah, I have the a Genesis hero. So I said, I'm not selling it. I'm keeping it forever and farm like every day. I think in 10 months I will be in plus. So I hope the game will at least survive 10 more months and then I'm good.
Fair play. No, I'm sure it will survive longer than that. It's another one that looks good to me. You know, I think
just you can tell when some of the stuff needs to change a little in the game, but they're working on it.
That's good.
And then it's like they went to open beta and realized, okay, there are certain things that they should switch, so they switched back to a closed beta. But I think next time, so they had a huge run. There were so many people joining, and I think that was a little too early. Now I think they're working on getting the core economy set straight and everything, all the mechanics, because I think that's an art itself. Whenever I speak with my game designer, he's like, yeah, but if I change a single thing here, then the whole economy will break. And I'm like, what? You just change the tech speed, like the tech or whatever, push it up. He's like, yeah, but then this doesn't work anymore. And then this overpowers this. And so, yeah.
They're very delicate things, and you have to kind of the way that they're built out in the first place. You want to always allow as much flexibility as possible for future development, so that because you just don't know, how the public and the community are going to react. They might absolutely hate something, and then by you having to change that, it could put you 8 months further down the line in terms of development because you've got to build out something again from scratch because you didn't factor in for those changes to be able to be made. And that's the part that's very frustrating and a harsh reality for a lot of builders in the space that are coming in for their first time, for example. So, having flexibility, and I think also making sure that you're alpha testing and starting off with something small in terms of mechanics and seeing what your feedback is and then doing a little bit more pays dividends to how you develop something. But obviously experienced gaming development houses, it's different. They know this stuff already. They know how to build things out. But it's a fantastic opportunity still for anyone new that wants to come in and try this space out. I think that it's great, and I would definitely encourage anyone that's a passionate builder or wants to start building something new to look at Web3 and look at blockchain technology, because there's just so much that you can do. The communities are amazing. There are lots of fantastic blockchains. Luke and I as well are extremely well connected to be able to put you in touch with so many people that can help. And that's the other key thing about this industry. There's so much help available. There are so many grants and different people that will help to put you on a platform if they believe that what you're building is great and has a use case and is likely to succeed. And I would love as well to see if we can build something based around Rasmus's eating habits as well that's blockchain related. I would love that.
Please don't. I had a call with him earlier today, and he was showing me his phone, and then he showed me the bag of rice, and he said it worked. So
good.
Just spreading the good news. Rasmus' phone works again. Like he was so proud, like, oh, I have the best setup here at my sink and I have it rightly placed. And then where's Rasmus? Oh, my phone just died.
Oh, it's amazing. He was washing his dishes, wasn't he? Or something like that. And then suddenly he just said, yeah, I've just dropped my phone in the sink. And I was just like, no way. You couldn't write a script for that, could you?
Yeah.
You know, it's, you see how I'm on camera there in the background. I like that. It's quite a cool thing. And you come there, you get a timed amount while you're in the Pack-a-Punch room. And it takes you to this huge teddy, and occasionally you'll get a power up in that small room, and then you land back where you started. You have to then teleport back up again, and you just have a crazy amount of zombies coming at you. One of the little tricks that I've learned from the amount of times I've played this map, I'll show you quickly, is you never, ever, and you go crazy at anyone that does, open this door that I'm going to show you. So this door, I'll be out in a second. Right here, you never open this door. If you open this door, you cannot get really, really high rounds on zombies easily. So normally there'll be 4 of you in a team. Because if you open that door, zombies come through the door, down the stairs, and what you need is you need 3 people that are taking on all the zombies coming from this direction. And you need 1 person.
How many people can you play together? 4 or
4? Yeah. But the new Call of Duty Black Ops 6 zombies apparently going to be able to have like 16 or potentially more, which is crazy. And the size of the maps are just mind blowing. It reminds me a lot. I don't know if you've played Battlefield before. You've got Call of Duty, you've got Battlefield. Battlefield maps are huge. Like they're way bigger than Call of Duty maps. And Call of Duty have gone way bigger with the zombies maps. So I don't know if you've played like Warzone, and it's kind of like their big open world where, you know, you'll get like 100 players at the same time all in there, and it's who will be the last person standing. Very similar to how Fortnite do it, but Call of Duty have their own version of it, which is called Warzone. So I think as a result of the success of Warzone and some of the other multiplayer, larger Battlefield maps, they've decided to bring that into zombies to have a lot more players that can play. Like even the most recent Call of Duty game, they've got a zombies version that has got a much bigger map, but the mechanics are still new school. People want the old school mechanics of these sorts of games. This Call of Duty Zombies has been voted #1 out of every single one they've ever done, and they've done a lot of zombies. And I just think that the mechanics on this are so good. And obviously the fact that there have been, 5,000 plus custom maps made by the community for zombies kind of speaks volumes. That's not been done for any other zombies than Call of Duty Black Ops 3.
Do they have a Twitter page? I think you should be a personal ambassador.
I think I should. I'd do it for free for them as well. Happily.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
But only during the time where we're playing it, because the way I look at it, I'm a massive ambassador. I feel myself for Web3 gaming too, and it's important to me that is spoken about and heard, which is why I'm in so many spaces, just like you are. I would say you are probably one of the #1 Web3 game testers on the planet, based on the amount of games that you play and test.
No, the #1 is Gasport.
But it's good.
Gasport
is it? Okay.
Played every day he plays a game. I'm not sure how he can keep up with it. I'm nothing compared to him.
Mad.
Like,
okay,
there are some people that
hats off to you. Yeah, that's crazy. But it's that I know personally. Okay, so that I know personally, it's you. But Gasport might be #1 in the space for testing games, but you have a lot of other things to also contend with. You've got family, you've got wife, you've got vacation, you've got to go on.
Yeah, I
you've
mean,
got,
if I would have,
BD.
if I would been 18 years old now, or like 17, then I would be number one. I think during that time I had so much time and like not much to do. Then I would play like test 2 or 3 games every day. Would be fine.
I'm with you, 100%. I think I would be in a similar boat back at that age too, which seems a long time ago now. But it's like I just want people to know more about this technology, and I want them to come and interact with projects that I hold highly in regard, because we're all building fantastic things, and you should come and check it out. And as much
I
as
just
we
wonder
want
when there's a turning point where people realize or where they like openly I want to open my TikTok at a certain stage and see Kai Cenat, Speed, or some of the top streamers, Ninja or whatever, just say like, oh, look at this game, and then it's Medieval Empires or at 9 Heroes or whatever. Like I just want that.
And they don't even realize. Yeah, they don't even realize that it's a Web3 game. They're just like, this game's really cool, and they start playing it. That's what we need. But then the more they play it, the more they'll realize there are cool benefits to Web3. So it's like, well, I can trade this skin. I can send this skin to a friend. Like, they're the kind of things that we need a realization for. What we shouldn't have to do is go off and pay somebody to go and talk about that to try to get adoption. It needs to be organic, in my opinion. It's great if we can get these people talking about this stuff, but if they're not enjoying it or talking about it organically, then we still haven't got it quite right. That's how I look at it.
No. Yeah, but I think we still have to pay those guys, and someone needs to.
Yeah, someone's got to pay them.
way too expensive, so I don't think we will pay them. But might be like some. The thing is, there are some multi-billionaires, right? They have too much money. Maybe they want a hobby. Why don't they take Web3 gaming as a hobby? Go in and just buy every big streamer there is and say like, hey, let's go. If that happens,
that would be
mass adoption. Done.
Yeah. Yeah, I would love that. Just someone that's like,
Uncle Elon.
Yeah. You want somebody that truly believes that this technology is going to change the world and is going to improve lives and, make everything that you interact with more enhanced for the user. And once you've got that individual that's, very, very rich and willing to spend some of their money, I think
maybe
that could be
maybe it will be someone
amazing.
from us, but that will take a few years most likely.
Yeah. Well, look, at least we're here talking about it, trying to get it out there to the masses. That's the main thing. The problem is I'm not Ninja.
I will tell my kids in 10 years that I was one of the first ones promoting Web3 gaming.
Exactly.
And then they will tell me, what is Web3 gaming?
Yeah.
Hopefully not. I hope. Let's see.
I think that one of the other big problems is having the right types of platforms, having the right types of games that have this functionality very obvious to the user. Like, say it's the Xbox store or the PlayStation store or the Epic Games store. If we have someone come on and skins are massively traded on that particular game or purchased at minimum, then the technology starts to really shine. Because if you had the skins that are in Fortnite that were NFTs and you could send them to your friends and also sell them on a secondary marketplace, people would be going nuts for this stuff right now.
The thing is, what I already like is that if you see 9 Heroes that we had yesterday on the New Era of Gaming, they're number 5 wishlisted game overall on Epic. number
that is
5.
amazing.
It means we've entered the top 5. I mean, I don't care how many bots there are. They're most likely 90% of them are bots, but doesn't matter because the other games are doing
because
it
we're
as
in
well.
front of them. Yeah,
and that's the good thing, right? So people are like,
It
"Oh,
really
what's
is.
this game? I will check it out." And pow,
And now you're
they get
teaching
in.
them.
So
Yeah,
I'm really
I
rooting
love
for
that.
9 Heroes to like really get it done. So I'm rooting for any other Web3 game to really make it, because
100%.
that will just bring awareness. So
Well, there are plenty of them. You know, it's like Fuse Wars. Fuse Wars is another one that's Epic Games Store. 9 Heroes, Epic Games Store. Star Atlas, Epic Games Store. You know these, but
yeah, to get on Epic Game Store is easy.
But
The thing is
it's being noticed and trending. It's a bit harder.
That's the thing. Like, to be on top at least one category, doesn't matter. Like, I would like to see 9 Heroes be number 1 game most wish listed on Epic. I just wish it for them. Like, I even send people there if we all work together. I'm happy with that. So
100%. It's about awareness. It's about getting people to these places. 100%.
Because as soon as they see, oh, those games are nice, they will start playing Medieval Empires.
Exactly. And Rise of Sheertopia. And then before you know it, everybody's playing Web3 games, and everyone's like, what? Why would we play these boring Web2 games that have?
And then everyone will be like, oh, let me see, who are the leaders in this one? And then they will, oh, what's the new era of gaming? And then they will come.
Exactly. Millions of audience members overnight. I love it.
That could actually, like, if you see, like, when you enter a new space, you're always looking for who are the leaders in there. And currently in Web3, we don't have a leader of the space kind of thing. We have some communities that are well established, I think, but I wouldn't consider anyone the leader of the space at the moment. But I mean,
it's anybody's game kind of thing.
Group of people, like, could the Wolf's DAO kind of thing, or is it? I'm not sure. Like, will it be an influencer group of people that will stick together? So that's why I actually like the new era of gaming, and I'm trying to bring that forward in order to also have, like, the games work together, but also every one of the members are also gamers, right? So I want to have a group of decent people that can, like, really drive things, and I hope that will work. Like, give it 2 more years, and then hope that
definitely
happens.
No, I think there's every chance that is going to happen. I just think it's a natural progression, you know, and consistency pays off. We both know that. If you keep turning up and you keep doing things that people enjoy, you listen to what people are saying to you, it's only going to improve and grow. And one thing that I'll say is, out of the vast majority of spaces that I go on that are anything to do with gaming, New Era of Gaming has probably had some of the biggest names that I've ever come across in the space, and the frequency of how many new games you get on there is commendable. Like, I know you guys work hard to make that show happen. We have a laugh, we have a joke, you chop things, we've even had people shooting bows, but we do genuinely talk about the news and the upcoming things and cover some major topics, and it's a lot of fun too. It's the sort of place that you can come, and it's not like listening to the news that you would on Sky News or BBC News. Like, that's boring. Nobody wants to hear that. We actually make it fun, because that's what games are about. Like, you guys, you do a great job of that, and I love coming on there because I don't have to be talking about interoperability and everything else. I can talk about those things, but I can also come there and talk about Rasmus Eating and Colgata and also get. I know that the people that are on there are also having a great time. They've come to go on.
The thing is, if you see the stream of a streamer or a podcast, I never heard a gamer sitting there all the time like, "Oh, you games are so great because." And in Web3, the only thing that I always hear is like, Web3 gaming is so good because, like, you don't need to tell people. Just show them that we have fun, that the games are good, that we have. You don't need to always tell them, like, "Oh, we have this, we have."
I got
They
it.
know that. They know that. We just need to have fun spaces. I also like David Spaces, for example, from Mixi AI. Like, he's just genuinely having fun, and that draws people. And then that's the thing. If you tell someone 100 times, "This is the best," yeah, maybe at a certain point they believe you. But if it's intrinsic and they just have fun in the space, then they're more likely to stay. And then you don't need to sell stuff, right? Because if you just have a good feeling, people will automatically buy. And that's what people underestimate or like don't really see over here. So
no, I agree. I agree with what you're saying. I think that's a really important point as well, and that's why I love doing these types of streams with you as well, and coming along to New Era of Gaming, because it's just a load of fun. Oh, I died on round 19. That is disgraceful by me, but I just love having fun, playing games, and trying to build for the future to make something better for other people that want to also experience this. It's literally as simple as that for me. And I think that you're right. It's like if you concentrate on the fun element of it, and you can bring more of your friends and just keep being consistent with that, there's something about people liking people and liking to see people have fun and enjoy themselves. You know, if you're sat there in a space just talking about things and not having any comedic element to it or fun with it, it's great if you're there purely to learn. But if school was made more fun, I'd have paid more attention at school. You know, do you get where I'm coming from? Though
if you had a good teacher,
was mind numbing.
It was fun.
Yeah,
it
was mind numbing for me. It's like I literally, if I think about school, it was like the fun parts for me were anything that was PE, so physical education, sport. That part of it I loved. I loved break time. I loved lunchtime. And it was like, do you get where I'm coming from, though? The actual teaching element of it for me was, unless I had some form of interest in it, I quite like science. But outside of that, I just had no interest. I just didn't want to interact with it because there wasn't really anything fun to it. It wasn't gamified. There wasn't anything fun. It wasn't immersive. Whereas when I was doing science, there were experiments. It was Bunsen burners and different chemicals, and I had an interaction with something. The minute it was chalkboards and books and writing, I was just like, yeah, this isn't for me. I'm just not interested in this. I love pushing education, but it's got to be fun for people. It's got to be engaging for people. And that's what's made me so excited about the future of education with this technology too, because you can now teach people in ways where they get to interact with it in a gamified manner. You can make it fun and they get to learn at the same time. And I think that's the way that the future of education is going to go, in my opinion. And that's what would have worked best for me when I was a kid, because I just had no attention span to it. It just didn't interest me. I just give me a football and let me run around and kick it. And if you managed to teach me something at the same time, then you'd have had me. I'd have been like 100% focused at school. But yeah, I'd love to hear your take on it, and then we can close out the
completely today. Like, the more fun you have, the better you can educate them. So that's why I I mean, we will onboard so many people into crypto through games just because it's fun. So yeah, 100% believe that this is the future. At least I wouldn't say 100% sure, but I think 90% sure that this is going the right way. Everything. I'm not sure. Maybe there some smart dude will invent something that is better than what we're doing right now. That's always happening at a certain point, but I think it's definitely the right direction we're going.
Definitely, completely agree with you. And I think when it comes to the game inside, even if there are additional technology elements that are added, that we're going to factor them into gaming anyway. It's not going to change how we perceive gaming. It's just going to add even more benefits to it, that we might say, okay, we're going to add this to our game too, because it makes it even better and even more immersive, more fun, and more, educative. But yeah, enough about that. I think I've spoken a lot over the last hour. We both have, all about why we feel Web3 is better than Web2 and how we can add so much more value while doing extremely bad at Fall Guys and not even getting past the second level. And then I showed you guys a little bit of Keynote to Totem. But please make sure you guys check out the Quick Swap and Polygon space that we'll be talking about one of my favorite subjects, only joking, politics and the impacts that politics are potentially going to have on the marketplace. That is in just under 2 hours' time from now. So make sure you check that out. Make sure as well you guys take part in the trading competition on the Commander NFTs with Medieval Empire. Okay, if you haven't got one already, I don't know what you're doing, but get yourself online and find one. Go to the medievalempires.com website, and also keep an eye out for the ZD campaign that is coming up for alpha testing of Gen S Battleground. We've got 2 new characters that have just been finished. 3D artwork is done. The alpha for that is, I'm not going to tell you who they are, but you're going to find out very soon. But they are 2 of my favorite characters. And okay, one little hint. I'm going to give you a hint of X. That's it. That's all I'm saying. X. Now, you do with that what you will.
I know which one.
Yeah, well, I know you would know because I've probably told you God knows how many times. When the live stream camera's not on, but the general public definitely don't know. But the hint is
you're not allowed to tell me those secrets. Sometimes I forget that I'm not allowed to tell stuff.
No, I'm with you. I've done that before too, where it's like you immediately are DMing the person. I'm really sorry. Not sure I should have said that. But it's all good fun. It's all good fun. That's what live streams are about. So I hope you all have a fantastic weekend. And in your case, Luke, a fantastic vacation. Enjoy it. Touch some grass or touch some swimming pools. I'm not sure. Touch some sand. That's it.
Sand,
you're going to be
sand and swimming pools.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sand and swimming pools. That sounds about right. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve a break. We will try our best not to break New Era of Gaming next week with Rasmus hosting.
I had at least an hour call with Rasmus, so that will work. I think.
Yeah, I'm sure it will. Mm-hmm. But yeah, all of you, enjoy your weekend. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for coming on, Luke. Always a pleasure. Is there anything else that you want to share that I've not covered before you go?
I'm ready. I'm out.
Okay.
See you in a couple of weeks.
All right. Take care, guys. Thank you for everyone that tuned in, and we will catch up with you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Obviously, Luke won't be here next week, but I will be, and a special guest.